Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderella, and in this space I'm just sharing life. I'm just sharing my experiences or the things that I've learned from self-healing, personal development, getting through depression and all. But today's video, I want to talk about adulting. Now, for me, I did a short video on I think Instagram or TikTok about how I think that adulting is about redefining our own standards. And I think that um with certain things that like we're not really taught how to transition from maybe childhood, teenage years into adults. Basically, like if I read this book, what's it called? It's by Mark Mason. You know, he has the subtle art of not giving a fuck, and everything is fucked. Yeah, that's the name of the book. Everything is fucked, and that was about hopelessness. And he says the book is about hope, but I say hopelessness basically. Um, he talked about how a lot of people are like adults, no, are teenagers in adults' body. Basically, we are not taught how to transition from being children, teenagers into adults, and that's why we have a lot of people dealing with emotional immaturity. Um, Basically, just recopying or copy and paste everything they've been taught. They don't have their own, they don't know how to individuate, they don't have their own values, their own personality. Most of everything that they do or talk about or care about are copied basically. So I like how he extends in that book. Maybe I'll do a book. I've been thinking of doing a book review for some of the books that I've read, but right now I'm reading Psychology of Money, and I started doing from one chapter to another, and I really like it. I really like that I'm taking that way. If I digress, let's go back to what I'm talking about now. Adulting. I believe that adulting is redefining, like, becoming an adult is about redefining our own standards, like defining our own standards rather. It's about maybe us choosing what we want to value, what we want to care about. It's about us choosing why, or like why, or understanding why we do certain things. Now, one thing, I don't know, my last two videos, you see I'm without makeup for certain reasons. I don't feel like it. Sometimes I feel like it. I think that my journey with makeup, before, okay, let me talk about hair and makeup as an example for this. Before I could even speak, yeah, like properly, they had already put relaxer in my hair. They had already started fixing wigs or weave on, and the others started trying all these eye pencils before I even knew anything about beauty, anything like at all. So for a while, makeup was the definition for beauty for me. And I think like the whole reason, like becoming an adult, is you understanding why you do certain things. Why do you use makeup? Now, and I've seen, I think, I don't know if I talked about it in one video, but I see maybe people say certain things. Yeah, even in the short video I made makeup like the reference or like the example in that video. I've seen people post how makeup is bad, makeup is this, blah blah blah, and they are trying to promote self-love or you appreciating your own beauty. I find that weird, yeah, because I think that even before how much makeup now we have, makeup has always existed in different forms when people use it for costume parties and all. But I think that becoming adults here is how we get to redefine why we use makeup. I know that we all want to promote. I'm sorry if it gets too rainy. I don't have a mic now, so I'm going to try and talk really loud. Um, I know we are all trying to promote self, like love, beauty, appreciating our own looks. I don't think we need to demonize makeup to push that point. Yeah, because if you are, there are certain because I know when I used to sell makeup, there was this really, I think it was House of Tara that I loved, and I love the fact that there are some ingredients she used in her powder. It was good. My skin was looking good, and like there are makeups that help improve like skin problems and all. And I don't like when people try to make it, like try to demonize it without even understanding what they are talking about. Now, for me, if I was going to approach like the angle of beauty, I'm going to talk to people directly about or why are they using makeup? I think even there was a point where Alicia Keys stopped using makeup, and for me, I'm seeing it as you trying to go back, yeah, as understanding why was I using makeup initially. For me, some people make it seem like you're not fully dressed if you don't have makeup on. They make it seem like, oh, you have to use makeup to be beautiful or to look clean or to look kept, which is not really true, yeah, at least from my opinion though. But and a lot of people find themselves hiding, using makeup to hide. So if I was going to talk about self-love or appreciating your own beauty, my question to you would be, why do you truly use makeup? It's not a bad thing. To me, I really like it. Sometimes I mix up, sometimes I don't have the energy, yeah, and I don't care. That's sometimes though. But I feel like some people demonize it without even having the actual conversation or actually talk about what they're trying to promote, yeah. So I'll say that as we are transitioning into being adults, we need to go back and kind of like check maybe our values, yeah, the things we like, are they inherited? Do I really like this, or is it because they said it's good? Do you get? Do I really like to do this, or is it because like my parents do it? Do I really believe in these things, or is it because my parents do this? Because I find that at some point for me, yeah, most of the things that I picked up from my environment wasn't really connecting with who I was becoming anymore. I mean, certain beliefs, even religion, it just wasn't clicking for me anymore. So that is you trying to individuate, yeah, become your own person. And if I would recommend you read Everything is Fucked. I'm going to say read Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck first, yeah. Maybe I'll put a screenshot of it, and then read Everything is Fucked. I think they're both connected. Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck teaches you about values, and then the Everything is Fucked teaches you about hopelessness. That's what I call it. But it teaches you a lot, like about hopelessness, living in the now, basically. And you get to read that part where he created his own religion. It was interesting. I laughed. You have something okay about relationships and marriages. Now we need to, because this is like a thing that people focus on as you're becoming adults. Everybody wants to find the one. Everybody wants to be in love, wants to get married, wants to have friends that they can grow old with. So I think this is where you have to redefine your values, what you value in your relationships. For me, I've done a lot of work when it comes to that. I am still learning, especially when it comes to love. I did a video on love. If you haven't seen it, and how to get over breakups, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. I'm sharing maybe things that I have done that maybe you can apply and see if it works for you. Yeah, at the end of the day, you always need to find what works for you. As I was saying, I think with relationship, when it comes to adulting, I think we need to redefine our standards. We need to really understand, because if you look at our society, for a long time, I've seen that people have mostly seen, oh, because it lasted 30 years, successful marriage, successful relationship. Well, now I'm very grateful that we've gotten to the point where we are redefining things, that okay, that maybe a successful relationship is not only about how long, the quality of the relationship too counts. Like now for me, I've redefined so much when it comes to this thing that, you know what, I can't do things how they were doing it before. I want certain things in my relationship that maybe it wouldn't count before. But also there's like, this is my grudge. I think that for a while, yeah, people have put, like, with the way they talk about forever, and they want to, like, looking for someone to grow old with and die with. I feel there are certain things that they overlook, and there are I won't say they're unimportant here, but the core things are easily overlooked than the outside things, yeah? The core things, like who that person is, how they treat themselves, if they like themselves, how they treat people they like, how they treat people they don't like, that counts too. How their relationship with their family, their relationship with their friends, their thoughts about money, their childhood traumas, things like that. I think like we overlook a lot and we just want to skip to happy ending, missing just looking at, oh, if they have money, they are rich, if she can cook or clean. People pay for those things now. Yeah, they're called services that people pay for now. So for me, it's I'm looking at like core like who they are as people. I think that would influence how long, like how well the relationship will be, the quality of the relationship, like I said. So redefine your standards. I'm doing that. I'm sharing my journey with you. Everything. I'm redefining how I even think about money. I'm healing my childhood traumas. And I think adulting is knowing how to be your own person. And if you look around you these days, you find out that people are not really their own people. They always want to belong. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to belong or have a community that you all have your similar qualities or values. Yeah, that's the whole point. But like, a lot of people are still people pleasing. As teenagers, we wanted to belong, so you do anything. Not everybody shall, but you do anything that you see your friends doing. But as adults, you need to understand that you're an adult now, and redefining your values. And think when you do that, it also connects you with people that feel the same, or that think the same way, that feel the same way, that go to the same places. Yeah, and I think it helps like with the whole creating the kind of life you want. And you don't go through life just trying to belong, trying to seek validation from people, trying to be part. Yeah, that's it. So on that part, I'll stop there.